Hey y'all. Yeah. How y'all doing? Your late comedy hour. Yeah. Y'all come in. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. If today your birthday. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't. Understand the assignment. Yeah. This for entertaining, commenting, educating purposes. Yeah. Now, if this topic ain't for you, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Move out the way. It's adults. Gotta be grown over here. Gotta be grown over here. After 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., you are a booty call. Yes, sir. That's what we're gonna dive into. So I'm gonna give y'all time to come in, okay? Yes, sir. And look at that clock. Yes, sir. That's what you are. He don't pick you. She don't pick you to be. Yes. So we gonna talk about the whole time that what you were. Well, you know, it could be good, it could be bad, and it could be sad, and it can be all right. So we gonna. So y'all, it's one side of me that y'all don't know. Yes, sir. And we gonna talk about it. Yes, sir. We gonna have some fun tonight. Noon, evening, morning. Yes. Now y'all come on in, grown folks. Children, y'all go to sleep. And if you think this topic is too loud for you, then you go to bed and move out the way. Now, y'all, you gonna wonder why every time you call me, it's after 1 o'clock a.m. through 5 a.m. Yeah. Be like, call me at this time, night. This time I'm winning. Oh, buddy. Well, but you call me in the evening time, in the morning time. But it's always got to be afterward. But you don't recognize it. You don't recognize the game. You don't recognize it. Because first that's the way you want it. That's how you wanted it to be, right? That's the way you want it. Now, after all these years, you just realize that what you really are. So we're gonna get into it tonight, okay? Now you are a B call. We're gonna say a B call, okay? And you know we already say the definition for the B call is a bully call. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now look, just in case you didn't know, that a B call is sort of like, kind of like, an informal term. For accident she'll call. You gonna call somebody. You had all that time. You didn't even realize it though. You had all that time to call that person. So you decide that you gonna make this call. But you gonna say, "Oh, I'm having a problem. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I need somebody to talk to." And you accidentally phone call made. Someone's phone is in their pockets and they claim they intentionally pressed the button to initiate a call at 1 a.m. in the morning. Yes. Yeah. They ain't that you think they just keep calling you at 1 o'clock. You think you that person. You think you that person, right? You think you that fun person, right? You think you that person, right? You think you that special person, right? And they're gonna pretend that they pocket dial you. But they ain't pocket dial you, they crocodile you. Oh Lord, they did not unintentionally call you. No, they didn't. No, they didn't do that. So, what does it mean to call something a booty call? Okay. Huh? Is it rude to be called that? Is it okay to be called that? We're gonna dive into it in a minute. We're gonna dive really, because you know there's some message where you come in the relationship. Okay, you're not understanding the assignment. Okay, it's a mixed emotions come in when you think you that person and you're not that person. You only what you're called. So that means that you've been that the whole time. Okay. So we're gonna get into it. Okay. We're gonna dive into this now. We're gonna call this, we're gonna talk about this, okay? Because you misunderstanding the assignment. You misunderstood. Yes, you did. You misunderstood the assignment. That's all they want you for. That's what you are. Until you get tired of playing that, until you decide to fail your assignment. Okay? So that's what we're gonna talk about. Because somebody was just telling you the other day that's all you were, and you didn't take in consideration that that's what you were the whole time. And you fell in love with that situation, and it wasn't like you thought it was. So we're gonna tell you that that's the whole time. Out of all these years, that's what you've been. You've been a bottom call, okay? In that time, Once you realize it, you get kind of offensive about it. No, not really, but you can take this as that's what you need at 1 o'clock in the morning. We can look at this all kind of ways, can't we? Huh? Oh boy, America called it what it is, y'all. What it is. You know, they thinking about you at that time of morning, but they can't think about you at a decent time of the evening, in a decent time of the day. Okay? Until you recognize, oh, and then maybe you want it to be that way. It's okay. It's okay. And maybe you're tired of it being that way. It's all right. Now they got other names that they call that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. So we're gonna get into that's what it means to be a bee call. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna talk about it. Okay? What that term called. We're gonna talk about it. Yeah. WOTT. Yeah. We're gonna get into that, okay? Now, what's up, Chad? Now, the term be called generated from the fact that someone might be the cause of the accidental call when they are sitting down. Now, you figured out it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Why are you calling at 2 o'clock in the morning? Why you keep calling at 1 o'clock in the morning? Why you keep calling from at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why? Why you can't never call me at 11 o'clock a.m., 1 o'clock p.m., 2, 3, but you always getting that same. Now it can be good. It can be, you may want that. You know what I mean? You may want that call at that time. Sometimes it's fun at that time. You be needing them at that time. You be wanting them at that time. It ain't no problem at that time. If you don't like it at that time, that don't do it at that time. Now, there is a common situation. Yes. When someone has their phone in their back pocket trying to accidentally call you. Real. Now we're going to get into some navigating. We're going to navigate a little bit, okay? But see, straight to the business, y'all got all kind of calls, okay? Now, when you just realize, see, you sometimes don't know that that's what you are because you're not paying that no attention. So what we're going to say, the meaning of the be called is a communication. It's a communication with you and that person, okay? Let's not ignore the communications, okay? Let's talk about it. The meaning of a booty call is a communication, y'all. It can be a phone call. Y'all remember this movie right here? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this movie right here? Don't forget my boy right here. Y'all remember them? Don't forget The Assignment. Now, it is a communication such as a phone call. You receive a phone call. You receive a text message after hours. And that's all you keep on getting after hour. Only time they want to see you is after the hour. Okay? You either gonna receive a phone call or you're gonna receive a text. Either they're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not having a good night. I'm not having a good day. I need to see you, baby. I'll be there in a minute." Yeah. But if you want to be bothered with them at that time of morning, you can. If you don't have to. Okay. But after that 1 a.m., and you've been doing it for 4 years to 5 a.m., that's what you are. You thought you were the number one girl of man, but you're not. You're just that B call. Okay. So we got that straight. We got that understanding that be call is a communication. It can come in a form of fashion of a text message, a phone call. And then when you tell them that you don't want them to come over, they get a little attitude. They get a little feisty. Oh, they get a little feisty, y'all. You don't want to see them tonight. Oh, they get a little feisty with you. Okay, then. Fine with me. Why you getting mad? Why you getting mad if that's not what that was? Why you getting mad? You just texted and I said no. Not tonight. And you said, I gotta go through all the or either you can just hang up before you hang up the phone. That's all right. It's fine with me. With an attitude. That's when you know that is it. You are recognized at a B call. Okay. In which a person arrange a S encounter with someone. Yes. So we're gonna look at some things, y'all. But we're gonna keep it nice and slow. That's all a B call is. Usually after 1 a.m. Yeah. From the hours of 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Midnight hour. That's when you recognize that's what you are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at some things. Now, how I feel when you didn't know that's what you were. How did it feel that you thought you were that person? You thought you were that number one person, but you didn't pay no attention at the time. You know what I mean? You ain't paid no attention to the assignment. You didn't pay no attention to none of that. Thing it's okay. Sometimes that's when you want to see them at that time. You know what I mean? And you know they with somebody. But they want to be with you at that time on. So we're going to jump into something that y'all need to know. Y'all remember that movie right here, Booty Call. Y'all remember that. That was a good movie now. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. It's a good movie, man. That movie right there was awesome, man. But you know what? We're gonna look at something. I'm gonna give y'all a little tips. I did a little research, and in that research, it's gonna give y'all an assignment, okay? Now, if you just got a phone call just a few minutes ago or just now, and they wants to come see you, and you know they a married person now, you know they in a relationship, you knew that. You knew that that's what you were, and you don't want to admit it. Now your feelings hurt. That's all you are. Now, we gonna keep it real. Now let's get into navigating what this really is. Okay, we gonna navigate what this really is. Okay, and you know, I decided to pity pat. I already, it's some do's and it don'ts. I looked at, I researched something, and I came about and I said, well, let me see, are they thinking like me? Let me see, are they really thinking like me, or what's going on here? So I decided to look up something, and it draws my attention. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about me. Okay, it drew my attention, huh? Understanding the concept of a be called. Okay. Yeah, we gonna understand it. The concept that that's what you are called. Okay. Ain't no use in you being embarrassed. Ain't no use to be shamed. Ain't no use to you be shy. Cause that's what it is. So understanding the concept of a be called. Okay. We gotta talk about this. Understanding the concept of be called is essential when navigating the world of casual encounters in this section. Okay, we're gonna talk about somehow whether you're someone who has engaged in this kind of call, okay, in the be call in the past. You might have been in the be called in the past, okay. Remember, we talking on the grown people on my channel, no children's. Okay, is this too happy for you? Leave. If it's not, hang around. So now, whether you're someone who has engaged in a be called, I've been engaged in a be called before. I wanted to be in one. Shoot, man, when it all good like that. When it all good like that, that's where it is. That's how I gonna be. So, considering a lot of things, yes, and it consider some of my guidelines that come along with that. Yes, we're gonna talk about it. So, the be called from a psychological perspective, we're gonna see through this. Since I like to use psychology and train, so I'm gonna see, are they thinking similar to what I'm thinking? Okay. Now, because can be seen as, okay, opinion with desire to be as gratification without the emotional commitment. Emotional commitment might not be may not be that serious to you. Okay. Typically, like with a romantic, you might not want a romantic relationship. This is probably what you want. You know what I mean? From a psychological point of views, individual engaging in a be called may be driven by a need for physical expectation, or simply a desire to fulfill their, desires without the emotional baggage. You don't want to be emotional with this person, but you just, man, let me call. I know who I can call. Let me look at my phone. I'm about to butt hit him. I'm about to butt hit this person right here. And I'm trying to act like that ain't what it is, but I know it is. It is important to recognize that different people may have various motivations for participating in this big call. It's no argument. It's no argument about it, y'all. Everybody have, different people have may have very motivation for participating in something like this, and understanding these motivations can help you navigate the dynamics more effectively. Now, if you want it to be that way, that's good because that's the way you wanted it to be. But when you get tired and then you don't want it that way, and that person have to understand this without getting an attitude. Now, if you dealing with basically dealing, if you're dealing with somebody on the same concept that you own, that's different. But when you see a person say, tell you, any of your mouth can make you say anything, emotionally. But I don't. If you don't want an emotional relationship, then you need to talk and communicate. So communicate is important in a B call. It is. Yes, it is. When engaging in a B call, that's what you want. And you know what? You can be honest with you. After that time, after that hour, you realize that's what you want. But then when you don't want to be bothered with that person, when that person called you after that hour, you might not want to be bothered with that person. And they not understanding, oh, so why she don't want me, or why they don't want me to come over there. They don't want me no more. They don't like me no more. It's not that. It's just they tired. They don't probably been engaged in something else, in life, and they don't. and this is not the right time for them. Sometimes it can be the time for you, but it's not the time for that person. So communication is very important in this kind of relationship, because you have to be clear and honest about this kind of communication. Okay, but don't get no attitude. See, like I got to talk to somebody. I got to talk, and I run stuff. So I'm gonna talk. I need to talk to this person because I run things, and you're gonna do it my way, no way at all. So, but if you don't like that way, then you can leave. Then go on. But if you're gonna do it that way, you've been doing it like that for years, and then you're gonna have to communicate with me and be clear with it, okay? And let's talk about this, okay? All right, because I think that your emotions is getting in. I think that your emotion is getting in the way of what I don't want. I don't want that. Okay. So being clear and honest communication between all parties involved is vital to ensure that everyone boundaries got to have boundaries in this kind of relationship. Okay. Expectations. Okay. And desire understood and respected. Now, understood and respected is very important in this communication skill or area as being a big call. Okay. You have to have an open and an honest relationship, but an open and an honest conversation about what each person is looking for. See, a lot of people, you can tell a person what you're looking for in that relationship. In this book, when they be called relationship, you can tell a person, listen, you can tell a person what you are looking for, and if they don't like it, then they ain't got to deal with it. But then they'll tell you, I still want to be with you. Now, I ain't with nobody. It's just my honesty and my expectation, what I'm looking for. Now, I got to sit down and have a conversation with you the following day, because you didn't understand. You misunderstood the assignment. You misunderstood. You can't do this all the time. We got to be clear about this thing, okay? We got to be honest about it. And we got to be concerned to your limitation. Let's say like, you might not want that be called today. So that was a lack of communication somewhere, because they feel like they'll turn off to you. Either you with somebody else, and they can cause problem if you're not communicating clear and honest, y'all. You got to be honest in this, avoid misunderstanding. That's one thing about this with this relationship is you got to understand what the person wants. You can't change it from what they want to what you want. Y'all communicated on this, and this is what y'all want. This is what y'all wanted. Come on, avoid. What you want to do is have some type of mutual understanding, y'all. Have some type of mutual understanding. Y'all was cool with it at first. Y'all were down with it at first. Y'all did talk about this at first. But now you don't got your emotion all in it. Now you want the person for that person, but that's not where it was from the beginning. No, that's wrong. That's wrong to change something in a person don't understand. What you was honest about what you wanted at first, and then you changed your mind. Now we want to hey boo baby. Hey boo baby, we want to avoid misunderstanding. Okay. Now, you said you was coming over here earlier today to see me. You didn't say you wanted to come see me at 2:00 in the morning. Now you're trying to run my program. But you can't do that. You have to avoid the misunderstanding or hurt feelings down the line. Now, I knew I hurt somebody's feeling tonight. And that ain't the only night I don't hurt somebody's feeling. Rendezvous. That ain't the first time I heard a rendezvous feeling. Because the rendezvous misunderstood the assignment. And I had to let rendezvous know the assignment. Okay? And let's give a little bit example. Suppose you interested in engaging in a B call with someone you've been casually seeing. You've been seeing this person the whole time. And it is essential to have a conversation beforehand to discuss your intentions. Listen, y'all discussed this. Y'all already did this. Y'all been together 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. And then y'all established this boundary and ensure that both parties are on the same page. Y'all did this. Now, this could involve discussing topics such as frequencies, encounters, the use of protection, and the level of emotional involvement each person is comfortable. Now, don't get upset with me because we already engaged in this and we already talked about this and we understood the assignment. Now you don't mess up the assignment because now you mad because your emotions don't got into the assignment. You can't change it because the communication was clear from the beginnings and they was honest with you in the communication from the beginning. Now y'all gotta talk again because you're doing something to not understand the assignment, that mutual understanding. Now, once it's a turn off when you one way, y'all already communicated about this situation, y'all motivated, y'all so happy, like, well, you don't call that person or her that they say you're gonna come over there when you get on this side of town. It is calling them at 2 and 1 o'clock in the morning. Talk about, no, it don't work like that. That's a different. What are you doing? Why are you messing up what we got? I was honest with you in the first place of what I want in the relationship. Now you about to mess it up. You about to mess this thing up because you trying to fall in. I don't know I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you trying to do and what you doing, but it ain't gonna work for me. Because this is not what we talked about. This is not what we cleared out. This is not the way we started. Why are you changing? Why you keep changing with me? I'm just having a mutual conversation, y'all, because I know somebody I him wanna understand why you upset with the person and that was never the assignment. Why are you upset with the person that wasn't the communication? Now you thinking that person just don't want to see because they got somebody over there. That doesn't mean that. It means that you emotionally changing on me. You changing it to something, and then you saying it ain't that. It ain't that. I'm dead and dead. But you are acting like that. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. In a situation like this, you have to conversate. Now I got to have a talk because I don't want to mess up what we have. I don't want to mess up what we have. Now you don't feel in love. That ain't what I want you to do, to put your emotion in this package right here, in this baggage, because now you making it be something that I'm not looking for. This is not what I'm looking for with you. You can't do it on your own time. You can't do it like that. You know, what do you want in the relationship? Why are you changing it? That's one thing about certain relationship. Y'all already talked about it, but why are you changing it from what we said, what we want? Why are you changing it? Why are you changing things, making it so hard on the relationship? Because you changing it on your own. You get emotional. And that's not what that y'all talked about. That's not the way y'all started it. That's not the way they wanted. Now you get mad and you want to leave, or you don't. They can text you. They can call you. If they call you, you say, "Oh, I don't want to be bothered tonight, babe." Huh? All right, then fine. I mean, why you getting mad? Why are you getting angry? And then you feel like, now you like saying to yourself, "Oh well, shoot, man, I don't know if I don't want to lose this particular person, because this is the person that I understood the assignment with. This is the person that you've been with the longest. This is the person that understands you." But they are putting their emotional baggage in what we got. Why you keep messing with what good that we have in our relationship to make it the way you want it? That's not fair. That's not fair. So both parties got to be on the what? Same page. You can't be on one page and I'm on another page. What's going to happen in this situation? And you don't want to get rid of them just like that, because y'all been together, y'all been around each other like that for that. Y'all understand each other. Y'all know a lot of stuff about each other. And you don't want to, when you let that person go, see, some people don't realize that you can let them go. You can let them go mentally and physically, but you don't want no problem. If you want to sit down and you want to communicate about this situation, you got to sit down and, hey, because when you gone, I know this may sound strange to y'all, but when you gone, when I get rid of you, when I'm done with you, I'm done with you. And you're going to like, dog, how she get rid of me like that? How she not like me no more? Either he can say, she can say, why he don't like me no more? Why you don't want me? How he get rid of me like that? Must have an ace in it. A runner up, or either better up somewhere. I ain't worried about all that. I'm worried about what we had was good. Why you changed it? Why did you make it difficult for us to go through this like this? So before you said you are finished with this kind of relationship and you don't want that no more, or you still want it, because you know you're in a relationship, or you might not be in a relationship. Whatever you're doing, you did it. So now what you want to do? Because that person who on this side can't do what they want to do. They ain't got to put up with you no more. So why you keep messing with y'all? Why you keep messing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Whatever you're going through over here, don't come over here on this side messing with what you had. You know what I mean? Don't mess up with that good thing that you got and what y'all got over here and engaging in to mess it up to be what more than you want to be. Have y'all ever been with somebody like that? They changing what y'all have. They changing to what you got or what y'all don't talk about to something else. Why you? I don't want it. I don't want you like that. I don't want to see you every day out the week. I don't want you here. I don't want to be your woman. I don't want to be that person. No, I want to be the person that I want to be the person. That person. I want to be the encounter. I want to encounter what I want to encounter, like we started out. Now, mutual consent and respect. Respect come with this game. Now, respect come in this. It is crucial to prioritize the comfort and well-being of everyone involved and to respect their boundary at that time. Respecting the boundary, y'all, it'll make a person who is obligated, single and obligated to do what they want to do, get rid of you. And when they withdraw from you, you gone. And now you're not gonna, your emotional baggage ain't gonna be able to handle what y'all used to have, because her call is not the call that you want. She don't moved on, or he don't moved on. Now you getting emotional. Why? And you the one said that this is the way you want it. So it's like, stop playing with this kind of, when you communicate with somebody, being honest, when somebody put their honest feeling in something like that, and what y'all have, why mess it up to something else? Why mess it up? And then don't text me. I can tell. See, one thing about texting, call me. Pick that phone up and call me. Because what you texting is not what I'm thinking. Talk to me. So we can feel safe and respected in this thing. Don't text me what you saying, because the first thing you say, oh, I didn't say that. Well, call me. Pick up the phone and call me. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Because that's not what your text say. So it's not good to text nobody about a situation and a discussion that we have to be respected in this situation. Pick that phone up and you tell me what you're talking about. Because I ain't got time for the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I just want you to come clear in what we're going to do. But now that you seem like you, I hate to see a woman wouldn't mind keeping what they got in the way it is. You can call it a B call if you want to, or whatever. That, that's what y'all sign up for. That's what y'all talk about. Your emotion, your lack of emotion is getting on my nerve, because your attachment is unreal for me. It's unreal, because you taking me to you trying to put me in a situation that I don't want to be in. I don't want you to be my man. I don't want you to be my main man. I enjoy things the way it is. But you making yourself be my main man. And I'm not gonna play with your mind and your emotions. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, and then I'm just gonna mind my business. Because somebody can, you want to be safe in a situation, right? And not uncomfortable in this situation. You be laying on you on the side, and while they sleep, you saying to yourself, I don't want to see him every day like this. He messing up the plate. It's not fun like it used to be, because that's not how you wanted it. You respected the situation from the beginning. Now you're not understanding your emotion. I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, to develop feelings and expectation beyond the conscious nature of the arrangement is it's not uncommon in some things, but I don't want to be in a relationship. I want this, but I don't want this from anybody. I want to keep you. I want you. But now here goes another fine example, y'all. And we can't ignore the person, because you got that kind of, yummy thing, going on right there. Now, for example, if you find yourself developing romantic feeling for your be called partner, and that's what I think that happened in this situation. It is casual to communicate these emotions honestly. If you're not being honest with me, because you are. I feel you trying to be romantic with me, and I'm not giving you what you want. I'm talking to people in situations, because it's good to be honest, to talk to y'all instead of lying to talk to y'all. So the thing is, you trying to develop a romantic feeling with me. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. And I'm trying to talk to you. You keep saying, all right, if that's the way you want, and you don't want to be with me no more, okay. But then you calling the person about 2 weeks after that. Why are you calling? Why are you calling? It's over. Move on. Go. Leave the person alone. Because the person on this side of the be called, they don't move on. Communicating with somebody who wants the same thing they want. Because you don't change. You changing. And they got to get their business straight. You trying to take what we got to get a romantic relationship. No, I don't want that. I want what we had or have. You got to communicate in this kind of situation, and you have to be emotion honestly. You got to be honest. You got to be honest. What's going on? Oh, you said, what's going on with you? You know it's something going on, because the person different than what they used to be. And you've been knowing that about a month ago. You've been knowing that about 2 months ago. Why they trying to make you be this person, and you don't want to be that person? You don't want to be that person. I need you to be down with me when I need you. So I don't want that. Who say we doing it? You changing the whole game. You changing the whole game. That's not healthy, and it's not safe. Somebody feeling get hurt behind this. It's misunderstanding, because you don't move me from the be called to a romantic. I don't want to be in a romantic relationship. I don't want to be in a romantic relationship. So I guess you want to understand how that person can be like they are and don't want to be in a romantic. That's not what they hooked us sign for. You got to understand the assignment. That's not what we talked about. That's not what we discussed. That's not what we communicated about. It's a problem now. It's a problem. You made the problem. You made the problem now. I got to be all this and I got to be all that just because you made that call every day. I know that every day after that 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. you doing what I want to do. But not this day because that's not what we said. So now you're trying to handle. See, you got to be honest. I don't care what kind of relationship that you're gonna be in. Expectations have to fall in place. Communication, honesty. Your emotion. Cause man, calm down. Because when you got it going on, I'm gonna say when a man got it going on, got his own place, got it going on, and a woman got her own place and got it going on and want it that way, y'all got the communication has to be real. Wow, if that's what we're gonna be, we're gonna call it a be called. That's what we're gonna call it. But it ain't about you about to just call me tonight and say, what you doing? What you doing up? But what you doing up? You calling me, ask me what I'm doing up, what you doing up. Don't call me, question me. Because the question is, everybody grown in this situation. Now, what are you gonna do about this? What are y'all gonna do about this situation? What are you gonna do? Because if it's not done right, it's not gonna be healthy and safety. So what your priority gonna be? How you gonna like I can't talk. Prioritize. No, I guess I'm saying right. Like I can't get it out. Maybe they don't want me to get it out. Ain't in the right place. Now, prioritize. I don't know why I couldn't say that word just a few minutes ago. It hurts me I want a lot of women just want that partner in that relationship that they can depend on you without anything else, so there can be safety in this situation, as health, they want to be healthy in that situation. They want to be careful about, they want to be safe about what are you doing, consider what are you doing on safety and what you doing that can mess up what we have, and she don't know what you're doing because you letting a trusted, you're not letting a trusted friend know about what you're doing, and that person got to be safe and healthy, and in order for them to be healthy on this side, they got to trust you. That B call got to trust you, and that B call don't trust you no more, and they got to trust their instincts. So when nothing happened to them, to their body, a mind, a soul, what I mean, you got to be. It's a lot come with understanding the concept of it being called. I don't nobody want to run into something unhealthy in that relationship. You know what I mean? And that is, you want to be, your well-being is very important. Now, if that be called think that you fooling around or you doing something on the other side, and you calling them, telling them, I got a lot on my mind. No, what is it? That's what's on your mind. Well, what's not on your mind? Don't nobody thinking for you. They ask you a question. That make a person don't want to be with you. That making that person want to cut you out completely. Now, I'm the type like this. If I cut you out completely, I'm about to delete your number. I'm about to delete you emotionally, physically, in everything, and you're not going to understand it. I'm going to cut you out real quick because what we discuss, it's not healthy. You're not putting me in a healthy situation. My well-being in this situation is very important just because it's a big cause. But if you moving like you moving, I'm not feeling. I'm worried about my well-being over here. No, baby, you got to emphasize on communication, y'all. Prioritizing consent and respect, addressing your emotions. I think that something is changing. I think that something has changed. When you've been in a so-called relationship like this before, you first thing the boundary and things changing. You know when things changing. You ain't gotta add nobody. You tell them it's some things changing, man. I don't know if I want to go through this no more. I just it's some things that we need to sit right here and look at, because you messing up the piece of the puzzle that we had good. I just think that I don't like how you moving. And to protect myself on this end right here, I have to look at the circumstances that you doing before something happened, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay. Now, a be called from a psychological perspective. It's very, that's the first thing. I hate that I'm thinking like this. I'm just telling y'all, we just talking, have a mutual conversation. Because I know somebody else in this situation. And my thing is, I don't have no problem with letting you go, but you got to understand this. I got to protect my well-being. I don't know what you doing over there on that side. Where you been? Because you weren't moving like this at first. Now, the importance of the communication is very important in this be called. And I feel like something ain't right. Y'all know what Keith Sweat said. Something just ain't right. This is real talk, y'all. I know I'm saying like I'm being fake, but I'm being real as a cat. Because I don't like for nobody to change what I have or what we had into something that I don't want. So what I got to do is psychologically get my mind together, get my act together, and find out on this last communication call, is this what you want to do? Because I've been trying to do what you want to do from the beginning, because you got something going on over there, but I ain't got nothing going on over here like you got over there. So I was trying to respect the situation. Now, the mutual consent and respect is what I just said on number 3. So when you're talking about a B call, you're talking about all this, what I'm talking about, communication and mutual consent, consent and respect. Now, just because over there where you are, change doesn't mean over here that I want that. I want what you want. Because you want to change things because you're obligated to be the way you want to be, but you weren't like that at first. You with somebody, but then you with me at a certain time of night. But we understood the assignment because we communicated. Now you wanted, your feeling don't change over there. It's not good, so you want to be here. No, it ain't the way it's supposed to be. Emotional consideration. That's what that is. Emotion consideration. I don't want to. I don't want you to move in with me. Because that's not what we talked about on number 2. And that's not what we signed up for number 3. You changing the game. Now, in number 5, health and safety consideration, well-being is very important in this situation. Now, you about to make me have a phone call with you tomorrow. You about to make me have a phone call. I'm gonna be nice. And one thing about a person, when they changing the game, they changing the program and everything, when they act like they don't care, they care. When they act like they doesn't care, they care about you. But you got to have that other phone call, y'all. The other person on the other side who got somebody else gonna act like you ain't nothing. They're gonna pretend like you ain't nothing. You ain't this and you ain't that. But you all of that. You all of that. And they know that you all of that. So what you got to do, don't change your game. Change the person in the game. So won't nobody get affected. Won't nobody get hurt. Because your well-being is just as important as theirs. You know what I mean? Don't blame yourself because the changes that they made. Are they trying to make you out of somebody in the person that the situation that it wasn't that at first. Now, yeah, I got to sit down and I got to talk about what we had at first. Because you don't try to change the game. Now, to keep the situation balanced and level, I'm going to have to talk to you. But then, as I'm sure that I want to let it go. What do you say? I think I want to let it go. Look like another little TKO. You don't change the game the way you want it to be. And that ain't gonna happen. Not over here. And not with me. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hey, keep it real. Keep it honest. Be honest. Keep your priority together. Don't change that game if you ain't ready to get out of it. I'm talking about the other person. Because this person already know what they got. Yes, you are a B call after the hours of 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. So what? That's what you want. I'm out.